In a world where physics have no meaning and everyone knows parkour.
No Dawn this time. This is our first car review that's low sodium.
Ooh, yeah.
Go into the cinema and find the ugliest, smelliest, most pathetic stranger I could find. They're gonna come in my car and do the review with me.
Hello, YouTube land!
So we just saw Uncharted, and that is a movie based on a video game series.
Yeah.
I've never played it.
Me either. I've never even heard of it. I didn't know what we were watching until we got here.
It stars Tom Holland and Mark Wahlberg. People say he looks like Mark Wahlberg.
All the time. I get it. All the time.
So what did you think?
Okay, so this movie had some really good aspects and some really not good aspects of it.
Thanks for that.
Hey, you're welcome. I'm glad I could...
It starts off where you have two brothers, big brother, little brother, and the big brother has to run away from the orphanage to avoid getting arrested. And before he runs away, they're on this little adventure in a museum, and they're trying to steal a Magellan map to find a treasure. So they're treasure hunter guys.
Right.
And
they're really good at it, like, you know, pickpockets and thieves and stuff like that, right? They do that.
Kind of good.
Yeah.
And so the little brother grows up, Tom Holland's character, and he hasn't heard from his brother in 10 years. He's a bartender, he's just living his life. But he's a thief. He takes bracelets off of women and stuff like that. And suddenly he gets a visit from this guy who knows his brother.
Mm-hmm. Worked with him.
And asks if he wants to go on an adventure with him to find the load of gold, Magellan's load of gold, $5 billion worth, and hijinks ensue.
Yeah. Yeah.
To me, Tom Holland was playing Peter Parker.
Yeah, he was Spider-Man, just
with no suit.
With no webs.
Yeah, same thing. Just pretend it said Spider-Man on the marquee, and that's what it was.
Yeah.
The same kind of comments coming out of his mouth, like, "Oh no, just no suit."
That's good comedy there, Paul. That's good. Good Spider-Maning. But no, the same little quick comments and one-liners and stuff like that. And I found a lot of their dialogue was not landing. Like, there was a lot of it that just, maybe if you're a gamer and you play the game, some of it would, like, there was a comment where they said, "Oh, well, whenever gold's involved, there's always a cockroach."
Well, yeah.
What?
The old saying goes.
So I mean, just there was just some comment, some I don't know, some of the dialogue that didn't land for me.
I would kind of relate this to the Charlie's Angels.
Yeah.
It's just, there was action happening and there was witty banter, but the banter didn't feel witty because you weren't laughing at it.
Right.
Everything was kind of flat.
Yeah. And like, I feel like even the actors saying them knew that they weren't landing, but I mean, what are you gonna do? Right, they're getting paid.
Make a better movie.
They're getting paid. I found, like, I don't know, are we doing spoilers at all? Like, I found the first, like, 3/4 of the movie didn't need to be made. Like, other than giving a bit of the backstory, the first 3/4 of the movie were just filler. Like, it was just filler.
Yeah. Well, I guess you had to know who these guys were.
I know, but the first hunt they were on didn't need to happen at all.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
kind of a waste.
I guess it might be appealing to people who played the video game and they want to know who their character is. Yeah. Maybe the people who played the video game don't even recognize the first third of this movie. Like, why did they even put that in there?
Yeah. So I don't know. I was thinking the same thing.
But they did have parts from the video game. I know this because I've seen parts of the video game that were in this movie, and it's like with the airplane and things coming out with parachutes out the back.
The car.
That you see in the trailer. And that was maybe great for the game players, but like physics did not apply.
No, there was a scene where there was a crate falling from the sky down towards the ocean. And the impact of that crate and there was people on the crate, and the impact alone would have killed the people, but no, not in this movie. In this movie, they land on it like it's a safe boat, and sail to shore.
Yeah, and you got all these. Okay, you know how you stick your head out the window when you're driving 60 kilometers an hour and the wind is in your face and you're like this? Well, they're free falling through the air
In a car,
100 miles an hour, and
have a conversation.
they get out on the hood of the car. They're not holding on for dear life. They're just, hey, what are you doing?
What are you doing here? I think that was the. What are you doing here?
Yeah, and they could hear each other perfectly fine.
Yeah.
There's no wind in their face.
However, in this movie, they got to reuse the set of the Goonies, so I was pretty happy about that. So
I've never seen the Goonies, so
What?
I'll take your word for it.
what?
No, I haven't. I've seen the ugly guy. No.
Oh, no, that's Don.
Yeah. Sorry, I got the two mixed up.
No, you've never seen the Goonies.
No.
Oh, okay, that's a challenge.
So, as for this movie, I found it completely meh.
Yeah,
Like, it wasn't a bad movie. It was well done, I guess.
sure.
Nothing glaringly bad about it, but it was just meh.
Yeah, like I'm not crying that I spent money to see it in the theater, but I think this generally was made for the gaming fans
Maybe.
of it. I think that's who it was made for, because they had cameos and things that I think relate back to the games. I don't know, because I haven't played them.
You know what? I don't know if the person they got to play the lead would appeal to the video game players. I don't know if Tom Holland is actually the cool guy that
No,
maybe the
but
video game is.
I think they used him because he's relevant because of Spider-Man, right?
Maybe.
So I don't know. What would you give it?
Maybe a 6. Maybe a 6.
I give it like a 6.5. 6.5.
Okay. I don't know if you played the game and you really like this. Fine, go see it. Maybe you could tell us, if you're a game player, if this was a great movie for the game players. But if you're not, then I'd probably say wait for streaming.
Yeah. Don't rush out to see this. I mean, it's an okay movie, but it's gonna be okay when it comes to streaming too. So it's nothing you have to see on a big screen.
Nope.
So
Okay.
that's it.
First low sodium review. No Don. Don will be back in 3 weeks.
3 weeks.
What a
Hey,
guy.
I have an idea. Let's take more cruises while I'm on my cruise.
What a loser. All right. Thanks for joining us on Movie Related. We'll see you next time.